Hello, everybody. Welcome to Speed Force Media. My name is Derek. Sorry for the absence as of late. We had a little bit of turkey hangover, if you know what I mean. And there's been a lot of great news that's come out this week, so we're going to be catching up with it this Friday. But today we are talking about James Gunn and some of the stuff he's been confirming and debunking on his social media. I'm not a big social media guy myself, but if you are not following him on social media, I gotta say, I definitely recommend doing so, because if you are a DC fan specifically, this past week he received a tweet that was replying to something he had recently posted saying, "No Green Lantern in this image, therefore I can confidently claim that Gunn and Safran have no intention of adding that character into the DCU. This is a scoop I am 100% confident in." James Gunn ended up replying to the post and said, "Probably not a good scoop. Happy Thanksgiving." So if you're a Green Lantern fan, there's a little good tease for you. And this is nothing new. This is very James Gunn of him to do. And he's doing it all the time. And about a week ago, he did this same kind of sort of thing with Superman. And it is a rumor that I'm talking about today because I'm still seeing this rumor go around on some of my favorite movie news websites and even on YouTube. And, you know, the DC news well has been a little dry recently because we know that James Gunn and Peter Safran are sitting down writing their DC Bible and their movie slate moving forward, their timeline, which characters they want to use, so on and so forth. So we don't really have much to go on other than the words of DC bosses James Gunn, Peter Safran. And the specific rumor James Gunn responded to on Twitter claimed that TV appearances are included in the new contract that Henry Cavill signed to continue playing Superman in the DCEU. Since James Gunn and Peter Safran are overseeing DC's film, TV, animation efforts, so on and so forth, the former is unquestionably qualified to answer what is actually going on with Cavill's Superman. And Gunn did make it clear that this information is being kept top secret. And, quote, "I'm not sure if you're purposely lying or being taken advantage of by someone lying to you, but as I've stated on here before, no one knows what's happening at DC Studios right now other than me and Peter. That would include writing up any new contracts for anyone at this point." This is, of course, talking about so these reports that are still coming out today and these YouTube videos that are still coming out today saying that Superman is going to show up in all these different TV appearances, Peacemaker Season 2, as much as I would think that would be amazing to see, this was something that James Gunn has already kind of debunked, right? I mean, he didn't come out and say, "No, we have no plans of using Superman." So the door is still open. Maybe he's playing coy. Maybe he's just trying to get ahead of this before we get ahead of him. But as you can see, he kind of went out of his way to make it clear that no one knows what's happening at DC Studios right now other than himself and Peter. And the reason he mentions writing up any new contracts is because apparently Henry Cavill is not under contract currently, even though he made that appearance in Black Adam, which was great, by the way. And we have reports over the last few months that Man of Steel 2 is happening, that Charles Roven has been attached as a producer, and they're looking for writers. Henry Cavill has not yet been attached to that film. And although David Zaslav seems like he's a big fan of Henry Cavill and has made it clear he is wanting to prioritize Superman in the DCU moving forward, and I'm sure James Gunn and Peter Safran probably do as well. Just speculating because James Gunn didn't confirm it. Henry Cavill has not yet been attached to Man of Steel 2 or any sort of TV appearance. But let's just talk about what if. What if he has? What if it's true? And maybe James Gunn is just trying to keep it secret until he can reveal his overarching plans. And maybe he himself has plans to use Superman in Peacemaker Season 2. After all, we did see some sort of an image of Superman in the ending of Peacemaker Season 1, which was awesome. It would have been a lot more awesome if we actually saw Henry Cavill there for sure. So it seems like Henry Cavill and WB are on better terms now. It would make sense for them to want to use him as much as possible leading up to his next solo outing. But according to the big boss himself, and I quote again, "I'm not sure if you're purposely lying or being taken advantage of by someone lying to you. as I've stated on here before, no one knows what's happening at DC Studios right now other than me and Peter. That would include writing up any new contracts, which included the TV appearances for Superman. So these headlines still going out saying that Superman is going to have multiple TV appearances, multiple movie appearances. I think it's like somewhere between 7 appearances or 17, something like that. James Gunn has come out and said it's just simply not true. As much as I would love to see it, it would have been great to see him show up in Peacemaker, because after all, it seems like Peacemaker's not a biggest fan of the Justice League, and I don't see why Superman would be the biggest fan of Peacemaker. So that'd be really interesting to see, and it'd be super cool to see the banter between Henry Cavill's Superman in a setting like Peacemaker. And it would make sense, like I said, moving the momentum and the excitement needle up, leading up to a future Superman movie with Henry Cavill. But unfortunately, it just seems like that has not been set in stone as of this time. They're still currently working on the DC Bible and getting their freaking offices together. But like I said before, if you were honestly looking for some good DC updates, whether it's rumors getting debunked or some potential teases along the way, then maybe follow James Gunn on his social media. I'm not a big social media guy, like I said, but there's some good funny ones that he mentions, like the Thanksgiving one with Green Lantern. Probably not a good scoop. Hey, that's hope for Green Lantern. And although this isn't total denial of a chance of seeing Superman on TV, it's just saying that this is not a contract that has been written, and so that these reports are just straight up false. And of course, that's not coming from me. I'm a nobody. That's coming from James Gunn. But I said it before and I'll say it again. There is a chance that he is playing coy. And what do you guys think? Do you think that he's playing coy and there is, in fact, multiple projects in the works for Henry Cavill to appear in, whether it's across the big screen movie appearances or across TV, whether it's silver screen, HBO Max, for Henry Cavill's Superman? Or do you believe James Gunn when he seems like he's going out of his way to debunk these quote-unquote reports? Whatever you think, let us know in the comments below, as we always love to hear your perspective on this. And like I said, sorry about the absence. We'll catch up with you guys on Friday. The SFM podcast, me and my wife Eleanor, banter about our favorite comic book movie news of the week, and we'd love to have you there. Thanks for the support, and until next time, have a great day.